This is the 2022 piece Work Well Together by Mr. Brainwash. And some believe that he's just a character Banksy made up to show how hype can create an art star. He went from filming street art to designing for Madonna, Michael Jackson, Coca-Cola, and more. But is it talent or is it just hype? Is he a front for Banksy or is he Banksy? We'll get into it all today. I make videos about art every single day, from the old to the new to the stuff you've never heard about, so hit the follow button. Thierry Guetta, aka Mr. Brainwash, was born January 31st, 1966 in France. He later moved to Los Angeles as a teenager, and for years he ran a used clothing store. But his real obsession was filming things like the underground street art scene. He got introduced to it by his cousin who went by Invader and would throw these pieces up around the city. And then he met Banksy, and this is the main story of Banksy's 2010 documentary, Exit Through the Gift Shop. Banksy suggested that he start making art himself instead of just documenting it, and this is where Mr. Brainwash was born. His first show, Life is Beautiful, was in 2008 in Hollywood. It featured a 20-foot robot, a pyramid made out of 20,000 books, even a life-size recreation of Edward Hopper's Nighthawks. And from there, he blew up. He designed the cover art for Madonna's Celebration album, as well as Michael Jackson's Escape. He's worked with Hublot, Marvel, Mercedes, and more. But here's where it gets interesting. Critics have pointed out that his work looks a lot like Banksy's, or like Andy Warhol repackaged for a new generation. Some people think the whole thing is actually an elaborate prank by Banksy, who created the works himself, and that Mr. Brainwash isn't even real and he's just a character. He himself even said, quote, "In the end, I became Banksy's biggest work of art." I mean, he even admits that everything since his 2008 debut has been produced with a team of designers. So is Mr. Brainwash even an artist, or is he more of a brand? In 2022, he opened the Mr. Brainwash Art Museum in Beverly Hills. He calls it the first contemporary art museum created and run by a living artist. Here's what I think. His art is cool, I love looking at it, but I don't think there's anything new or original about it. To me, he's like a Jeff Koons or a Damien Hirst. They have amazing art that I love, but they don't make it themselves, so I don't really even consider them artists. I mean, yes, they come up with the ideas, but is that enough? For so long, art came from pain, from sacrifice, from people clawing their way up. Now it feels like some of the most successful artists are just people who figured out how to make things look cool and market it well. There's not enough living artists with a story that make top dollar. Instead, it's guys like this that look like high school principals that make huge profits from what we can only assume is money laundering. So what do you think? Is art that looks good enough, or does it have to be something new and groundbreaking? Even if they didn't make the art themselves, is the fact that they had the vision and the idea enough to call them great artists? Let's discuss it in the comments.